At Healthcare Information, what we're really trying to do is create interactive tools, an interactive solution for hospitals, for them towards the patient to be able to better educate, entertain, and communicate, the patient side, while on the hospital side, provide tools to better document, manage, and measure quality of care. So it's really a twofold process, and we are scalable. One of the things that makes us truly different is the fact that you can start with our Android-based device. It's a television and an Android computer. Put that on the wall, and out of the box, you have an education on demand, video on demand solution with no reoccurring bed annual fees. And that's a really powerful premise. A lot of hospitals do not have the capital budgets to put hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into an interactive patient care over one fiscal cycle. Maybe they want to put it in place over multiple years. Well, what you can do is put our television on, and if you look at this, and if you look at the interface, we've created it so that it's easy to navigate for a wide variety of technical intelligence. So if someone is not very technical savvy, all they need to know is up, down, left, right, and enter. If they know those things, they can navigate our system. You can see that it's icon driven, it's brandable, so it's completely customizable for the hospital to put a hospital background or whatever branding images that you use within your other advertising. So to navigate to educational content, all I would do is use my pillow speaker down and left and click on patient education. And it's going to look for content depending on what level of our solution is from different areas. If it's not connected to the network, it will draw content from a local USB drive. If you're connected to a network and this has an IP address, then it's going to go out and pull content from a designated network folder. So on your server, you may have a folder dedicated to pediatric content. From a remote location, you can tell a group of TVs in that pediatric wing to go out and populate the content specific to pediatrics. Same thing, if it's a labor and delivery area, you can have it go to another location and pull that content. And that's all with no reoccurring fees. So if you want to provide content to a patient that they can pull, where they can access themselves, you can do it very easily, and it's a cost for the TV and whatever you have for content. So if I want to choose some content, here for example, Health Nuts, I would choose the content, choose the clip, and the clip automatically is going to play. And you can see that the audio is running through the pillow speaker. So we make it very easy for the patient to be able to access patient education, also entertainment content like movies and television shows, as well as other information, PDF files, Word docs, PowerPoint files, audio files, PNG or other picture graphic files. So we have a very flexible solution in that manner. We also, because it's Android-based and it's then app-based, we've created a series of apps that focus around different areas of HCAP scores. So we have something called Patient Survey, where you could send a pain assessment survey. You could send a patient satisfaction survey. How are we doing? How is your room? How is your experience? How are your nurses, etc. You can send a pain assessment. What's your pain level today? On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being no pain, 10 being the highest pain. We also have a service request for non-clinical tasks. So for example, if I'm cold and I need a blanket, I can send a request off, and rather than using the pillow speaker, going to the nurse calls housekeeping, housekeeping gets the request and sends the blanket, it can go directly to the housekeeping people that can then bring the blanket. Traditionally, when you look at interactive patient care solutions, you see a solution that is really an all or nothing type solution. They'll have a number of servers back in the server closet. They're connected. They typically have a computer mounted to the television mount behind the television. And then a connection from that set-top box essentially to the television. What we've done is we use an Android-based television or an Android device that does 1080p HD television very well as the base. Because it's Android, it gives us the flexibility to allow customization to the hospital for that interactive patient experience the way they want to do it, to provide the educational content that they feel is important. And we're not telling them what educational content that they should be delivering. It allows complete customization, not only from a look and feel standpoint, from a branding standpoint, but because there's hundreds of thousands of apps out there available, they can choose the apps, pick and choose the apps that are best for that experience.